W.B. Yeats had two sisters, Elizabeth and Susan, known as Lily and Lolly, and they were also very active on the cultural side, and they had set up, Elizabeth had, the Cuala Press, and one of the things they published was the Broadside series, and as you can see, this is the first one. It was then called the Dunema Press. This was published monthly, and it would have poems and illustrations, and these were done block mounted and then hand coloured, and just 300 copies. So they were really like collector's items and sold on subscription. And the money from the Broadside series underpinned the other work that they did. For example, the Dunema women did a lot of embroidery, very expensive embroidery, some because it was very time consuming. But the banner of the Irish Women's Franchise League was one of the things the Dunema Press did. This is one that I like. Lady Gregory, who of course was a very close friend of Yeats's, had translated this poem from the Irish, A Warning, and that was one of the ones that they published in the Broadsides. Beautiful illustrations. Here's another one, and they're now calling it the Cuala Press, and their subscription. Lines written on the liberation of Barrett, and the heir to the peeler and the goat. So they had different. Sometimes it was, rabble-rousing, very patriotic kind of things. Other times, poems from different Irish poets. It was a really varied series and just beautifully produced. And people just forget, I think, that the creativity of the whole of the Yeats family, not just W.B. Obviously, Jack Yeats, his artist brother, was very much part of this, and they produced a lot of the early drawings of Jack Yeats, who illustrated the poems of his brother.